I don't know how new this is, but it's been brought to the attention of streamer Twitter recently in the last day, where if you sub to someone on Twitch, you can actually cancel your sub within 10 minutes and get a full refund, and the streamer doesn't get any revenue. When you go to do that, there's a page here, so I'll just show you like my screenshot that I took on my Twitter, which you can follow. Exclamation point Twitter. So basically, when you go to cancel a subscription, it will give you some options for your reason. You could select any of these reasons. If you select other, a text box expands, and then you can type whatever you want. You also don't actually have to select a reason when you cancel a subscription. Now, you can cancel a subscription at any time on Twitch. It's not just within the first 10 minutes, but you don't get a refund. You just won't continue your subscription. Obviously, like, people cancel for a multitude of reasons, like they prefer to manually resub. You know, they just wanted to resub for a certain amount of time. They've stopped watching the streamer, etc., etc. And Twitch has, you know, the same exit survey when you cancel a sub at any time. The reasons are slightly different, but there are reasons that you can select. Nova. So the 10-minute window, I think, is somewhat new. Like, people are saying that it used to be just like within 24 hours, and they've changed it to be within 10 minutes, which I get why Twitch has that feature. Like, honestly, I'm sure there are other sites where if you accidentally do something, like, you can probably undo it pretty easily, especially if it happens a lot. So I understand why Twitch has something like that. Oh, my green screen isn't on. You're right. I don't know why that is. Let me fix that. It's just the way that my scenes are routed right now. Thanks for, I didn't even notice that. Thank you. Okay. So the reasons are weird, I think. And now, again, I just want to stress that putting a reason when you cancel a sub is optional. I need to mute my alerts. Actually, let me just do it this way. Okay. So you don't have to put a reason. You can put whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You can sub to someone and then get a refund within 10 minutes. No questions asked. You get a full refund and the streamer doesn't get any money. Okay. Now, obviously that seems kind of problematic if it's abused, right? Like, if people are just going around, especially if they have like a troll name, or maybe there's some benefit that's happening that you get for subscribing. They get whatever the streamer is giving at the time and then they unsub. Boom, 10 minutes, no questions asked. Boom, 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 done. Can you as the streamer see a dashboard of reasons why they don't sub or refund? No, we don't have access to this data, which is another point that I definitely want to bring up. Is as a streamer, we don't get to see this information. Only Twitch does, which I get why Twitch is collecting this info, but I definitely would love to see this information as well. I think streamers deserve this information. I think it's very valuable to us to have, not specifically like per person, because you know that can be kind of awkward, but anonymously just collecting like an aggregate of like why people cancel a subscription would be so valuable to have. I would compare it to Netflix or Hulu, accidentally subscribing or getting a more expensive sub, but usually you need to reach out and ask for a refund. So so what makes this kind of weird is that Twitch, when you subscribe, and you guys can test this right now if you want, if you're not subscribed here, you can hit the sub button and subscribe to me, and please don't cancel it though, because that would suck. But you can actually see how many pages you have to go through. Like, it's very clear that subscribing costs money, and it's very clear that the benefits that you get are actually listed when you subscribe as well. So, you know, it says, you know, I accidentally subscribed. I mean, you have to go through several pages to subscribe. Like, you have to set up payment. You have to enter a credit card or sign into PayPal or Amazon to connect your financial information. And there's confirmation screens when you're subscribing. It also lists very clearly how much it costs, how much the tax is, and what the total is. The channel benefits are not what I expected. Well, that's also listed as well. It tells you how many emotes you get. It tells you get a chat badge. How within 10 minutes? Like, if it was like other things, like maybe the streamer made some promises they didn't keep. Like, that would be a valid reason for canceling like after a month or so, right? But like after 10 minutes, you're like surprised about the benefits or something. I don't know. To me, this 10-minute window is weird because I feel like the only people that are subbing and then wanting to undo that are people that are wanting to abuse the system. Like people that, you know, they did want a shout out. They wanted some type of acknowledgement or they wanted to be on screen, which most of the time streamers do give. Like most streamers have some type of, you know, visual on their screen when you do subscribe. Or they wanted, you know, they got something out of it, or they wanted to troll, like they had a bad username and they wanted to show on screen, or they wanted to rile up the streamer. And then they're canceling within 10 minutes because they don't actually want to give the streamer money. I was able yesterday to sub/refund 3 times in a row testing this new thing. Really? If streamers make promises they supposedly don't keep and people refund, streamers should be allowed to challenge that reasoning and have a chance to keep the money. Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, and so that would depend, like, you know, if you're just canceling for the future, I get it. Like, you know, you don't want to pay $5 next month, that's fine. And that's how the system usually works. It's like, you know, you don't want to, you can like go to cancel a sub at any time for whatever reason. You don't get a refund on that though. Like, you're already charged for that month. Like your subscription ends in, you know, 20 days. You're not getting like some type of like prorated refund or something. For the rest of the time, you get the rest of that month for the $5 that you spent. So I do feel like the only people that would ever change their mind within 10 minutes is someone who would intentionally abuse this like loophole, basically. You know, that being said, I don't know how common this is or this would be. I mean, it's probably going to be more common now because we're all talking about it, which is like the irony of drawing attention to it. That being said, you know, I was talking to Shannon Z Killer. She was responding. She's probably in here somewhere. She was saying that there's only a certain amount of times that someone can do that before they just become permanently banned from Twitch. So, you know, I trust her information. You know, she used to work on Twitch, and you know, she says that, you know, if you do this as a troll, like, you are going to get banned from Twitch. So, and that's why I said, like, don't test this system out, okay? Don't push the system because you don't know, you know, what type of safeguards are in place to prevent abuse of the system. You know, that is, you know, my biggest concern was like just how it could be abused, and it's good that Twitch has some type of safeguards. I don't know how many times that people can do this. You know, how many times people can do the sub refunds thing. Her knowledge of people getting an account banned is word of mouth. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a statement from Twitch, and we might get one knowing how Twitch kind of responds to hot streaming topics. Like, we might get a tweet from the Twitch support account with a little bit of light on the situation. And I would be surprised if they don't have some type of safeguard. Like what Shannon was saying totally makes sense. Like, your people are not just going to be able to like go around subbing and refunding subs, you know, hundreds of times. I think there would be a reasonable level of like, you do this, you know, 5-10 times, you're gonna get, maybe they have like a soft lock, like you can't subscribe anywhere for a certain amount of time. which would make the most sense. But if they have like a permanent account banned for, you know, 10, 20 times, then I don't know. That's still a lot of abuse that could happen. Oh yeah, Nova. Was he able to confirm anything? Eric asked, if a streamer has a sub goal on screen, can people just spam subs, hit the goal, then take them back just to get a perk or something that the streamer is offering? So yeah, I mean, potentially that's something that people could do. You know, I was in Nova's stream this morning and she was giving people, you know, like a handwritten like link on her, you know, like in her background. Like, you know how people write like subs like on a board, or they do like, you know, in the wintertime they do like snowflakes and they'll write your name down. You know, this is like an effort that the streamer is making for those subs, and then you go and cancel your subs. I mean, the thing is, as the streamer, like, we don't know who's canceling their subs. I mean, we'll see, I guess, if your badge goes away, but we're not keeping track of like, hey, here's a list of subs and here's who requested a refund. That would be another thing that would be really valuable for a streamer to have if people are doing that. If I know that someone did a like a troll sub and refunded it, like, I would ban them, you know? Like, I wouldn't want that person to be around to abuse the system and to waste my time and make me, you know, like, that sucks. I really don't understand the time window at all. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing about it, is the time window is very weird. To me, the time window is like only people that would abuse this would want to do this within that window, right? Like I get, like, you know, your mom looks at, you know, her credit card statement and she sees like, what is this Twitch sub thing, and then is like yelling at her kid and trying to get that fixed. Like, I get that, you know. Or, you know, your kid got on your computer that day on your account. I did not see a way to refund sub bombs. I saw somewhere that one of the people that tweeted about this issue said that they had some people that could refund sub bombs, but I think that's more of a manual thing. I did not see any way to refund sub bombs or even gifted subs. So that would be like very worrisome. If you could drop like 100 subs and then just like, oh, psych, and click a button, refund it. No, you'd have to go through probably like a pretty lengthy process to like establish why you're refunding it. Can you use a streamer automate alerts in such a way where your system checks the user's sub status after 11 minutes and then displays a shout out? Nothing automatically right now. You'd have to, I don't know, do some type of programming, like do an API, like use the Twitch API to do like a status check and then tie that into your alert system, which if you're using something common like Stream Elements or Streamlabs, like there's not going to be a way to do that. Maybe they would make something like that, but here's the thing. This is not going to be, in my opinion, like a widespread issue that's going to really shake the streamer world. I think that this is a troll that will exist, much like people try to do chargeback trolls through PayPal. Now, the thing with PayPal is you can fight those things. You can show proof that they got what they, you know, what they were guaranteed, that they got something back, that it was a tip, and explain yourself. Like, I've won chargebacks against trolls in the past, and it feels really good when you do. Sorry, I have my alerts on, but because I'm doing this, I haven't gone to it yet, so I will get to it, C-Star. Don't worry. What's up, Lyreal? Also, if you accidentally choose the wrong tier and didn't initially read the amount you subbed for, I've almost done it myself. I mean, that's fair. That's like a valid reason. And it's weird because it's not even like a reason for canceling. Like, the reasons for canceling within 10 minutes or to me are just kind of interesting. Like, they kind of don't make sense. Like, financial reasons, I guess. Like, within 10 minutes you realize that $5, like, you didn't have $5. I don't know. But you don't have to have a reason to refund, but it's amusing that these are the reasons that they list. Yeah, if you accidentally sub like tier 3, or maybe you wanted to sub tier 3, but you did tier 1 by accident, I can get that and you want to redo it. But what's up, Jabber? I don't think it'll be widespread either, which means Twitch shouldn't have a problem with eating the loss themselves. Yeah, and I know I mentioned this in your stream, but the only thing, like, if Twitch was like, hey, we'll cover refunds, and you can refund this easily, I feel like it will be abused by streamers. I think it will be abused by people that are trying to hit that Twitch payout and they have alt accounts or they get their friends to do it. You know, they just tell their viewers to just do this once and then you're good. And now they're just like, you know, it could be abused that way too. Like with bots too. Yeah, I mean, bot accounts is still a huge problem on Twitch. You have channels. I don't know if you've seen this before, but sometimes there's like channels where you'll see like the hundreds of Twitch primes going off on this channel, and the channel is like offline, like, or, you know, just has like one viewer or something. They're not even streaming and they're just getting all these Twitch primes. And that's because there's like a lot of bots and hacked accounts, you know, abusing the system. There's always going to be abuses of the system at the end of the day. What's up, Dauntless? Hey, Jolter. How about you're not subbing to the channel you think because you're watching hosted channel? Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's also a valid reason, Cosmic. Yeah. You know, when someone is being hosted, it can be kind of confusing. Like you accidentally follow or sub to the person that's being hosted and not the person that's offline that you wanted to sub to, right? So that can definitely happen as well. So, you know, there are some valid uses to this 10-minute, like, oh, shoot, I did the wrong thing. Let me redo it kind of thing. And who knows how long this feature has actually been around, because, you know, it's been noticed recently. I don't know if it's been around so much longer before, you know, it was brought to our attention. You know, it could have existed for a while. Are those the same reasons that pop up when you cancel at the end of the month? So when you cancel at the end, like after you've been subbed for like a month or whatever, let me see. I do have a picture of that. Let me pull it up. So when you don't renew, this is what it looks like. Oh gosh. Paint has such limited zoom in abilities. Okay, can you guys even see this? Let me bring this up through something else. Hold on, let me go here. Does this work? This is not. Is this bigger? Let me see. Okay, this is better. Okay, so when you choose not to renew, so you can kind of compare them side by side. The reasons are, there's a lot of different reasons, okay? You know, financial reasons stays the same, but there's about like schedule changes or preferring to manually renew. You had a bad interaction, you know, you only want to subscribe for 1 month. All of these make sense. I guess the funny thing is it's that the reasons for canceling for like the refund don't actually make that much sense. Even though you don't need a reason, it's still like the reasons that they think people are refunding don't seem that valid. Is it possible some kind of law? I mean, there might be some like regulations in place to have offer refunds for subscriptions or something, like just like a quick like oops my bad type situation. I mean, at the end of the day, the ability to refund is like, you know, it's usually a $5 sub. Like, it's not like you've committed like, you know, a year's worth at, you know, like $1,000 or something. Like, it's like you're just refunding a $5 sub. And that's why I think it's mostly just people that are gonna be like trolling. I don't know. Like, if I somehow accidentally subbed for $5, I would just be like, okay, well, there you go. Enjoy. Like, take the $5, I guess. That's why I don't remember seeing the shout out option. Yeah, so there was some confusion about that. There are two different polls. There's one for just not renewing, where you don't get a refund, it's just for future months. And then there's the cancellation and the refund poll, which is very different. Now, both of these we don't get access to as the streamer, which sucks. You know, I really would like this information. It would be really valuable as a streamer to see like the ebbs and flows, like to see why your sub count is dropping. Like if you change your schedule and your sub count goes down a lot, like seeing people select this option would be super helpful. I mean, my sub count has dropped a lot over the last few months because this reason is I haven't been streaming as much, you know? So that would kind of, that would be really insightful and really reassuring, I think, just to have a better understanding of people's spending habits, people's sub habits. I mean, when people sub, I'd love to see a reason, you know? Even just like asking like why people are subbing. Why do you want to sub? Is it the emotes? Is it the content? Is it like you want to support me? Or is it for the benefits? Is it for Blobby? Again, I will buy free trials or apps and then immediately cancel my subscription so I don't forget and get charged. I do the same for 1 month subs to streamers. Yeah. I usually cancel my subscription within an hour so I don't forget. I hate the auto refund thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do that too. Like, because I do prefer manually resubbing, because otherwise I'll build up to having like, you know, being subbed to like 20 or 30 people and just rip my wallet. So I do prefer to just go in, subscribe, get a month and then come back, you know, sub when I come back. Which for you guys, you know, I mean, you guys can just keep your subs here, okay? You don't go and do that to me. I'm just saying. That's just what I like to do, but you guys should just, you know. Don't be getting no ideas from my stream. I'm just saying. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? Rip my subs in 1 month from now. Oh god. I give my Prime sub to random folks here and there, but my paid subs is folks I watch constantly. Yeah. I'm so bad at remembering to use my Twitch Prime. I need to be better about that. I need to set a reminder of my phone like every month. Use your Twitch Prime, because I always forget. Why are you gifting subs? Because I want her to play Little Nightmares. I also prefer to buy multiple months at once, so I'd hate for that to auto-renew months later when I have forgotten. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Squeaker, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Haha! I don't think you can refund Prime subs. But Squeaker, feel free to check that out. That would not make any sense. There's no... You don't get any money back. What would you get? Your Prime back, I guess? It's free every month. Like, just wait till next month. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Avery, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Ha! No refunds on the Prime subs. Can I refund my entire Amazon Prime? I don't think you can refund your Amazon Prime, but I don't know. I don't work for Amazon, okay? Okay, so to conclude, like, this whole thing, it's definitely weird. I don't think it's going to ruin Twitch or ruin streaming. I think the only downside, like the biggest downside, is it's going to affect smaller streamers the most, because trolls love to go after the smaller, naive streamers that are just more impacted by fluctuations in sub count. Like, imagine someone getting their first sub and that person is just a refund troll. Oof, like that feels bad. And you see it with like people doing the /me troll. Like, I still see that all the time. I read the Twitch subreddit. Oh my god. Yeah, the /me thing is done all the time, where people are like, you know, so and so just donated you know, $100, and it gets people get confused about that. So, you know, a subscription is so legit. When people give a sub, like, it's actually legit. So it does suck, because smaller streamers will will unfortunately bear the burden of this like coming to light. I don't think Twitch is going to change this feature. They might provide some sort of transparency on why this exists, or like, you know, that there is a stopgap in place for people abusing it, like there's some repercussions. I think that they'll say something like that. I'd expect them to say something like that just because of how much traction this has been getting on Twitter, and they do listen. I mean, Twitch follows me on Twitter. I'm just saying. So I think that they, like, the Twitch support account would say something like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope it doesn't become too much of a thing. Nova Lisi would like to hold Loco's hand. Cosmic just refunded subscription. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. I really would like to be able to see like why people are unsubbing. I mean, this thing has been like, where's that other thing? I lost the other image. Oh, here it is. So this has been around for a while, but we've just never been able to see this data. I would love to be able to see this. Loco gives Blobby a hug. That's not how it works, Will, okay? You can't say things that I do, okay? Can I ask why this just came up? Lord Lobster, so this one has been around for a while, but the 10-minute thing, I think is new. I mean, I haven't noticed it before, but I also don't go to refund subs within 10 minutes either. So I can't really say, and I haven't really seen any confirmation. I've seen people say that it's used to be within 24 hours. Oh my god, what the heck? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Someone gifted a year of subscriptions to Fishmoly. Really? Anonymous? Who is anonymous, okay? Don't hide your damn name behind your trolls. Seriously. A year of subbing to Fishmoly, really? Wow. Ugh. Also, Nanos gifted a sub to Amazon Prime. Thank you very much. Who in the chat is causing this chaos? Who did it? DRM, did you do it? Did you hide behind the anonymous username to sub Fishmoly? Like, there are actual humans in this chat that are awesome, that would deserve a year of subscriptions. And yet, you give it to an account that will never be in my chat. That is a troll name. That if they come to this chat, I don't want them here. Literally, no one would be able to talk to someone named Fishmoly because their name, they would just, the messages would get timed out. That's just freaking awful. Humans, I'm out. Sam gifting a sub to Blobby. Okay, settle down, chat. Settle down now. Enough of this. I don't like this. No trolling. You have to wait until Friday to troll. Okay, the shout out thing I wanted to bring up as well. The shout out thing is kind of weird. And I said this on Twitter, so you know, if you follow me on Twitter, you already know what I'm gonna say. But even though you cannot give a reason for, like, you don't have to have a reason, or you can give any reason you want for canceling a sub. I think it's weird that it's listed as a reason by Twitch that they just wanted a shout out, because to me, like, as a consumer, as a viewer, if I see that, I'm like, oh, I can get refunds if I don't get a shout out. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I was just unsubbing because I did it by accident. But now, if a streamer doesn't give me a shout out, that's a reason for canceling. Oh, thanks. I didn't know that. You know, I feel like it provides, it's like, gives some sort of like validation, like that there's this, like, I don't really read it like that. I'm reading it as if I'm like a, you know, 20-year-old boy, you know, like I'm reading it as like a just kind of like a someone who watches Summit. Honestly, like that's who I picture is like people who like, you know, kids in high school who work part-time and they give their sub money to Summit and you know they're just like, oh I don't know. Does that make sense? I read it like I wanted a shout out, I got it, now I'm out. I mean, that's probably even worse. That's just that's even worse, I think. I read it as like you want to cancel your subscription because you just wanted to hear your shout out being called by the streamer but didn't actually want to subscribe, which is possibly yeah, that is worse. I read it as a way for Twitch to call out users who are attendance seeking, wanted a free thank you from a streamer and then leave. A free thank you, which is ironic because it's like they're thanking you because you gave them money. Super worse, but that's how I'm reading it too, yeah. Yeah, but I mean like either way, it's like, you know, thinking that you like just to me it gives more ideas to people than like people legitimately believing that they should get a shout out and then canceling. The implication I get is that it is acceptable to sub and cancel. I just get an ego boost. I mean, that's kind of like the culture of Twitch is like, you know, viewers want attention. They want you to say their name. They want you to read their chat. You know, that's why even people that watch someone that has like tens of thousands of viewers, like that people even bother to type things. Sometimes people even try to type coherent words and sentences and thoughts in a chat that's flying by with like 10,000 people because they're like hoping that the streamer will notice them. I doubt they'd be honest about wanting the shout out, so I don't know how much real data they could get from that. What's up, long name? Wait, no, you already got a hello. Dang it, long name. What's up, Bruiser? There's not a valid reason to cancel in a reasonable system. What I see here, Lowco, is that Twitch support handles a lot of these tickets from, well, idiots, and they have stupidly implemented this as a way to save money they would spend on support staff. I mean, that's what comes to mind, too, is like, why would this exist unless like they were dealing with this probably quite often? And I guess these are the reasons that they see the most. I don't know if you can like choose how like who gets refunds and who doesn't, but if someone submitted a ticket and they're like, I wanted a shout out, that's all, give me my money back, like I would be like, no. Hell no, we're keeping your money. You got your shout out. You don't get a refund for that. You don't get to troll. No. I don't know if they can like choose. And I think that's like kind of funny because isn't that like so that just shows like how stupid people are, because if that was my reason, was I just wanted a shout out, I wouldn't request a refund and tell them that I just wanted a shout out. I'd be like, oh, hey, my dog accidentally subbed. You know, when I went to the bathroom, you know, can I get a refund? I wouldn't be like, yeah, I just wanted to abuse the system. Can I get my money back? Like, what? That'd be like someone submitting a chargeback on PayPal and being like, yeah, I just wanted to do this. I wanted to, you know, I did this on purpose. Like, okay, PayPal literally would be like, okay, you don't get your money back then. Like, like you can't just be like, yeah, I didn't want to give them money. I did it to troll. Like, Lowco default blames Booker. Yeah, Booker tried to sub. Your dog keeps subbing to streams and you end up having no money left to send the dog to a trainer, so it stops. The vicious cycle, Froggy. Lord Leto, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Blobby Burger. Thank you so much. It was the little brother. Every time, dang it, the little brother. Ugh, always coming in and subbing on my account. It's way more trolly to admit you just wanted to shout out though. But like when you're dealing with customer support, you don't really want to, you're not like, you're not trolling Twitch. You're not like, haha, got him. Smarter than Twitch. Like, you're gonna probably try to lie and be like, yeah, my mom's making me unsub. But again, none of those reasons make sense within a 10-minute window either. I will say this, as a UX designer, these questions are probably well vetted and trying to do quite a few things upon learning customer motivation. So likely some questions are actually trying to determine something beyond consumer behavior. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. Now, if we could also see that data, that'd be great. Thanks. Thanks. Can I get a refund on a gift sub and cancel after gifting to someone? I don't think you can cancel gifted subs. Like, I mean, you could try through like manual customer support, but you know, I did some testing this morning and I couldn't see a way to refund a sub bomb or something, which is good. I mean, if you drop like, again, try to subscribe to someone and see how many windows you have to go through, and the information is like it's there. It tells you what you're doing like after you click that button. You know, you got to go through some if you don't read any of that, you're just smashing buttons. Like, that's your fault. Sorry. You don't read carefully that you're about to spend money, like, and you don't notice that you're linking your PayPal or your Amazon or your credit card somehow. You know? That's kind of on you. This is a tough lesson to learn there. To be fair, this time and age, people all get refunds on their Christmas presents. So yeah, presents are more and more about financial value, I guess. Yeah, but like, if you... it doesn't really work when you're given a virtual commodity, though. You know, you're not even gifted anything tangible. You're not gifted like a mug that you don't want and want to return. Like, you're gifted emotes. How do you get like you're gifted emotes in a chat, you know? Like, what are you gonna get back? $5? You're gonna what, make money off someone gifting you a sub? Like, holy crap, that would be so bad. Get like $5 credit or something. But if credit card is stolen, but you're not gonna know your credit card is stolen within 10 minutes. This is within 10 minutes of subbing. Yeah, like, you're gonna be able to get this refund off in 10 minutes? Yeah, you're gonna have to go through support anyways.